Hi, I'm Debbie Chronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm glad you're joining me today. You can find me at stampwithdeb.com, and I'm on Facebook Live every Tuesday at 3 o'clock and Pacific time. And I'm so happy you're here with me today. Let's get started. I have a really fun project for you today. Okay, so what I'm doing today is casing the catalog. How many of you have ever cased the catalog? In the catalog, they have some beautiful samples for us. Sometimes I like them. Sometimes I feel like they need a little help, my help, right? Anyway, so today I am going to case the catalog, but I'm going to do something a little different in some ways. So I have a piece, which one am I casing? This is the one that I'm going to copy. So casing means copy and share everything. And so that's what we do as demonstrators. We copy a lot. So let me grab my flower back here, my leaf. So I am going to change some things, and I'm going to do some things differently probably. I did not go in and look at the instructions for this one. As a demonstrator, we can go in and look and see what the instructions are, but I did not do that. So I have a piece of soft succulent here that I am going to start with. And I normally would not put this directly on here. That's not a normal thing for me to do. Normally, I would put a piece of petal pink in between there. Let's see how it looks. Which one? Do we do the petal pink? Which one, guys? Do we cut this down a little bit and use the petal pink? Or do we just leave it like it is? It has petal pink in it, the paper does. So right along these lines, I would say that's probably petal pink. Although I didn't look to see what colors coordinate. You guys know that on the back of your DSP, there's a cardstock piece. Let's see if I can find mine. Here it is. There's a piece of, not cardstock, tagboard on the back. And here it tells us what colors coordinate. So it's basic black, crumb cake. I'm surprised by that. Early espresso, petal pink, smoky slate, and berry vanilla. So those are the colors that coordinate. So there is petal pink in there. So what do you think? Should we use the petal pink? Mary says to add the pink. Lisa says yes. All right, let's add the petal pink. So I'm just going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, now that changes a lot of things, doesn't it? Okay, then I need to cut this a little bit, and we'll go, I'm thinking, I think I just want a tiny edge of petal pink. Let's see. Just that little bit like that is what I'm thinking. Just not the regular 1/4 inch. Yeah, no. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down to 3 7/8. Oops, no, this. Almost cut the wrong one. 3 7/8, and I want to cut off the bottom because I have that heading at the top by 5 1/8. Okay. So see, we've already changed the card in the first step. And that's what casing is all about. Using something for a sample and then changing it. Let's see if we're going to have glue today. We will. Okay. So I think when I do the layers on the inside, I will do petal pink there and white. Okay. So there is that. Now I'm not going to put any more together until we've got everything set. All right, so then I took my my stamp here, and I have a piece of white, basic white cardstock. and just stamp that. But I'm going to show you a trick. So first of all, the stamp's pretty big, but I want a good inking, so I'm doing ink to stamp instead of the other way around. The other thing is, this stamp is good enough, but if you have a stamp that gives you problems in the middle, you know you can always do it the other way. So by doing it this way and ink this way, lay your paper on top. So let me grab another piece here. Let's see if I have another piece of paper. I don't want to use that one because I'm going to use that for something else. Okay, here's a piece. Lay your paper on top, and you can press from the top. Now, if you have a mat under you here, if you have a piece of grid paper, you can always lay that on top as well, or you grab another block and you come in with your other block and press real hard, and you'll get a really good image. The only thing you want to be careful of is if you get ink around this edge of the block of the stamp, you're going to have ink on your paper. So you want to be really careful of that. So, but those are a couple ways to help to have some edge. Get a good inking if you're having a problem with it. And this stamp isn't one that you would probably, but if you have a really large one of the ones that fits on the background stamps, that one you might have a problem with. Okay, so then I stamped my leaves as well. And there's a flower. Lost my flower, here it is. Now, this flower, you know what guys, there is another die. There is another die. I left it over at my die cutting machine. This die might cut out some of that DSP, I'm not sure. It might, I'm not sure. But this, see, they've used it here on this one. But this die is the flower for this. So how do I explain this? Let's see. See this flower? It's yellow in the catalog. When it's yellow like that, that means that there's a die to cut it out. So these three have dies, this one has a die, and this has die. So, but there is no separate die, because if you look down here, it shows you the large die. It shows you that this die right here, and then it shows you the leaves and some of the other flowers, but it does not have a separate die. So this is the area where my flower is going to be cut out. You can see that flower fits in there somehow. Let's see, like that. Get it turned the right way. So this flower is going to fit in here. So that's the part of the die that's going to cut it out. So when you ink this, in order to prevent losing a lot of paper, wasting a lot of paper, I would stamp it on a little piece of paper. I wouldn't even use a whole sheet. I would stamp it on a little piece of paper like that. And then I would run it through my die cut machine with my die like that. Now, the new magnetic plate is amazing for this, and if you haven't seen it, go back and watch last week's video. It's just I love it. I'm loving it. It's really heavy, but it's got to be steel on the back of it. But that would cut out that flower. You can see that. So I've already gone ahead and cut it out just to save us from having to do that. And I cut this out, and I cut it a little bit crooked. I didn't get that lined up perfect. But you know what? That's okay. So I'm just going to come in here and just give this a little bit of color using my blends. And I'm using the Soft Succulent Light. I'm not too worried about a whole lot of color and being exact on this. I'm kind of leaving some white spaces, and I intend to do that. That's intentional. So I'm just going to do like that. I got new glasses and things are not quite right yet. They're giving me problems. So, yeah. Okay, and then here I'm just gonna come in, I'm gonna just give this a little bit of petal pink. And this has a lot of little lines on it, so you could come back with this end and just hit those areas that have the lines and not even color the whole thing in. For those people who don't like to color, yes, Carol, I'm thinking of you, you could just do it like that. You wouldn't have to do the whole flower. And then here, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit of petal pink in the center here, and some of those spots, just to give it a little color and tie it all together. Okay, and then I need some soft succulent on those leaves, huh? Just to make sure that this is light, yes. Okay, this leaf, soft succulent, even though it's a light color, it's pretty dark. And I don't want a whole lot on this. I know I could get my color lifter and pull some of this off. But when it dries, it comes out a little bit lighter too. So, okay. Now, let's see, what have I not colored? These little things. And I think I'm just gonna give them a little touch of pink. And I'm using the petal pink light, yeah, to do this. Maybe a little bit more intense in the center. Okay, now as I look at this, this has a 1-inch strip going across here. And I'm just gonna cut it on the end and just cut it at an angle. Just like that. That might be too short, but we'll find out, huh? So I cut it probably at 4 1/4 inches going across there. I have a flower. This flower up here is going to come right in here. And the stem is going to come in underneath it. Just like that. I think I'm going to shove that under there so we're not even going to see the first leaf. Okay. And then, ooh, I have a greeting here. And I think I'm going to cut this down a little bit smaller. This is, well, it's probably a little over a 1/2 inch. It's about 5/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to cut it down to a 1/2 inch. And that'll give me that. That's better. Okay, and then my happy birthday. This is such a pretty card. And I'm just going to stamp that right there. And then I'm going to cut the end of this one as well. So I have a feeling that this is too long, like way too long. So I'm going to cut off, so it's just beyond the happy birthday, because I'm going to put that over top of my flower. My flower is going to go right in here, and you know I'm casing, so this is what it looks like, guys. This is I need to get back up on screen, don't I? So you guys can see what I'm up to. Okay. So this is my flower right here. And I'm going to go ahead and start attaching these. So I'm going to put this down. Some reason this soft succulent is just not making it for me. I think I would have liked a different color. But I'll have to try it with a different color. I think crumb cake would have been really pretty there. Okay, and I'm just going to attach that right there. This is going to go on with the dimensional. Whoops, I moved them. I didn't pull my little rack over today. So, and I'm going to attach my leaves using this dimensional so that I get double purpose, double use out of it. So I'm just going to attach those. Let me grab a glue dot first. There they are. I had a group here this morning, so just getting everything back together and getting everything ready for today is always a surprise. Okay, so we're going to put this on first just to hold it in place so that I can put my dimensional on there. So I'm going to use that dimensional both to hold that as well as to pop my card up or pop my stem up. And just put another one or two on there. That's quite a few for such a little piece. Okay. And that's going to go just like that. Let me look at my picture here. Okay. And then we have our big flower, which is going to go right in here, just like that. And I'm going to put that on with dimensionals also. I think it needs a ribbon, don't you guys? What do you think, guys? What ribbon? I think we have to put a ribbon on here. Okay. Right in that area. Let's see what we have. Okay. This is not petal pink. I think the only petal pink I have right now. This is beautiful. This is soft polyester with 3/8 inch, and it is petal pink. Let's try this. Let's see what we think. Okay, come on. It's so soft, I can't get underneath it. There it goes. So I use the back of my scissors and just pull that up. Get in there on the back of the scissors, pull it up, and boom, we got it. So let's see how this works. It is definitely soft. It might be just too big of a ribbon. No, I don't think so. I think we need a cord. Let me grab baker's twine, lemon thread. And let's just do, I don't know, I just kind of want to drop it in there. I think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to go like that and twist it around a bit. Let's see. What can I make it to? Okay. Let's just tie a really big bow. And then we'll tuck it under and let the loops and the strings hang out. I don't know if that's a big enough bow. We'll try it. I don't think so. So what I want to do is I want to separate these kind of so that they just kind of go every which way. And we don't want the bow to show necessarily. That's what I want. Maybe I'll tuck it under that side. Nope. Okay, let's put a glue dot on it. And I'm just going to tuck it under here and just let it all come out like that. I'm going to tuck those under. Where's my tweezers? So guys, one of the perks of earning the trips, the incentive trips each year, is that you get to see the next catalog coming up. There's some fun stuff in that, I'm telling you. The Christmas catalog is what I got to see. And there's just some really cool stuff in there. Okay, we need some bling. So let's grab a new bling. Let's see. You know what? I want the brass butterflies. I think they'd be pretty on that. So we're going to use those brass butterflies. And my take your pick tool is probably wandering around somewhere. So I'll just use my tweezers. And I'm just going to pick up. Actually, I'm going to use my fingers. Attach one there and a little one over here. And that is it. So guys, if you, have to have this paper. Oh, if I put that over, it'll cover the whole flower, won't it? I'm not putting happy birthday on it. I guess you could. It feels like it needs to go there because it needs to follow the line of that. That looks okay. Let's put it on there. There we go. Okay. So what do you guys think? Does it cut out the DSP, Marie? It cuts out the leaf, but I don't think it cuts out anything else that I know of. Let me pull those in and just check out those dies a little bit more. So we have time to do that. Okay. So let me get this out of the way. This is the die in question mostly. On this one, so we do know that the leaf will cut out for sure, the large leaf. Okay, that will not cut that, and that will not cut that. No, no way. No, this is much smaller than most of the flowers on the paper. Let me just check it out. Okay, this one, nope, that's way bigger. This one, look at that. That will cut. No, whoops, wait a minute, turn it over, Debbie. Okay, that will cut that flower out. And look, it will cut out, look at that. So it will cut out all of those pieces right there. Can you guys see it? Can you see the outline? This is the die right here. And it will cut out all of these pieces. So that's the area right in there. And that will cut out all those pieces. So that one it does cut. This one it wouldn't cut. No, there's nothing on there. This one does cut. The die cuts that one out. This one would be really hard to figure out what it was cutting. It's more of a pattern, a background. So that is this one. No, this one won't cut either. It's way too, the die's way too small. So that answers our question. So the leaf cuts out and the one, let's find it, where'd it go? Another one, this one, which is on the back of the, it's on the back of this, okay? This one cuts out. So just those two will cut out with the dies. I just keep thinking, that one looks like it's gonna cut, but it doesn't. Nowhere near it. Okay, anybody else have any questions? Let's see. Yeah, okay, you know that then. Okay, Marie. I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. And if you make this card, post it so I can see it. I would love to see it. I will go ahead and put the petal pink in here and the basic white. Nope, I will do vanilla. Yes, this is a vanilla card. So I would do the vanilla on the inside. So, but thank you. And you can, oh, guys, let me tell you though, what's going on with Stampin' Up! Right now. So this is an amazing time to join. hang on a minute. Let me get what I want to share with you. Oops, not those. Wrong one. Let's see. I don't think I even have one now. I used mine so much. Here we go. Okay, so if you sign up right now, if you're not a demonstrator and you sign up right now, you will receive all of these pads, all the new In Color pads, which are 5. You will receive a package of the In Color Designer Series paper, 4 sheets of each one, 4 sheets of each pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sheets of each pattern. So there's 40 sheets in here. There's got to be 6 by 6, yeah, 40 sheets. So you would receive 10 sheets of each color. Nope, that doesn't work out either. 8 sheets of each color. But it's the new Designer Series paper, which is so beautiful. You'll receive a package of cardstock to coordinate with this, and it will be the variety pack, so you'll get a few sheets of each one, and I don't know exactly what that is. If it's 4 sheets of each one, I think that's what it is. That would make 20 sheets, so probably. And then you will receive the new In Color matte grid sheets down here. The grid sheet that I work on, they have some new ones that are in the In Colors, which are beautiful. And you will receive $125 worth of products for $99. So actually, you pick out $125 worth of product, and you pay $99 for it. And Stampin' Up! Is adding on $61.50 worth of product that you're not even asking for, which include the stamp sets, the papers, the cardstock. So now is an amazing time to join and get all this for free. I figured it out, and it's $191.50 worth of product for $99. So if you're interested, please get in touch with me. You can reach me at stampwithdeb.com, or you can email me at stampdebcin@comcast.net or gmail.net, either one. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I hope to see you next Tuesday right here at the same time in the same place. Bye-bye.